earlier, but the assembly, those of you that haven't sent in your evaluation forms, I would very much appreciate it. If you want next year's to go smoother, and we have to know what you thought about this year's. If the volunteers would please help pick up the evaluation sheets as they go.
I think what's being said is hold your evaluation form up so it can be picked up. And everyone needs to fill out an evaluation form and honestly state your feelings about what could be corrected for next year or added or subtracted. Thank you.
They getting the results of your election yet?
Pardon?
How come they're not giving the results of the election?
Don't ask me.
That long?
My husband's going to be here at 3 o'clock because I told him. I said, I don't know what's going to happen. So I told him to go sit over at Denny's and wait for me. And I'm going to walk back because there's no bus for me, if we... Well, I think your bus is scheduled for 3 o'clock, I think, for 2:15. So that's what the schedule said. So I'm thinking if we're going to have this meeting and we get voted in, I'm going to tell her, give me your 3-minute speech and I'll go. And I can walk. It takes me 10 minutes to walk down the road. But, I don't want to leave them there. So I told him, go get a cup of coffee. And I'll call you when I get finished. I said, I'll walk back. He doesn't have to. Yeah, but he's going to be there. I said, I'll be ready. It's like, no way. Get moving.
Okay, it is 1:30, so I am going to call this meeting to order. And I had planned to wait till later to do the roll call, but it seems that some of the airplanes were booked at 3 o'clock, and there's no way you're going to get to the airport if I wait till everything is over. So to help you out and help those people that have a plane to catch, I am going to call the roll right now. And we'll start with the Senior Assembly members. Senior Assembly Member Vincent A. Gore. Senior Assembly Member Ada Battle. Senior Assembly Member Juanita Bagel.
Present, and that's pronounced Beakley.
I'm sorry. Senior Assembly Member Bagel. Oh, Beagley, I'm sorry.
I'm here.
Senior Assembly Member Eleanor Block. Senior Assembly Member Walter Brooks.
Smith, huh?
Senior Assembly Member Norma Campbell. Senior Assembly Member Quincy Campbell. Senior Assembly Member Brenda Christian. Senior Assembly Member Richard Dahlgren. Senior Assembly Member Bobby Day. Senior Assembly Member Claudine Duff. Senior Assembly Member Saul Fingold. Senior Assembly Member Rafael Flores. Senior Assembly Member Evelyn Friedman. Senior Assembly Morris Galfon. Senior Assembly Member Ronald Gebrock. Senior Assembly Member Roger Ginsburg. Senior Assembly Member Fran Givens. Senior Assembly Member June Glassmeyer. Senior Assembly Member Jane Ann Gotttiger. Senior Assembly Member Edward Gonzalez. Senior Assembly Member Marcia Gold. Senior Assembly Member Francis Greenwood. Senior Assembly Member Neri Hutchinson. Senior Assembly Member Horace Holmes. Senior Assembly Member Alan Hurst. Senior Assembly Member Zelda Hutchison. Senior Assembly Member James Janis. Senior Assembly Member Vernon Jones. Senior Assembly Member Theodore Kagan. Senior Assembly Member John Kerwin. Senior Assembly Member Shirley Crone. Senior Assembly Member Thomas Lacey. Senior Assembly Member Sharon Lamongo. Senior Assembly Member Steve Lehman. Senior Assembly Michael, oh, I'm not going to be able to do this. Michael LaPeelbet. Did I get close? Senior Assembly Member Alice Lowe. Senior Assembly Member Foster Lopes. Senior Assembly Member Austin Lucero. Senior Assembly Member Don McAllister. Senior Assembly Member Jerry Mead. Senior Assembly Member Charles Mitchell. Senior Assembly Member Charles Mulmar. Senior Assembly Member Louis Mong. Senior Assembly Member Margaret Mooney. Senior Assembly Member Bertha Morris. Senior Assembly Member Samuel Park. Senior Assembly Member Elizabeth Payne. Senior Assembly Member Robert Petty. Here. Senior Assembly Member Gloria Placencia. Here. Senior Assembly Member James Pope. Senior Assembly Member Phyllis Purcell. Senior Assembly Member Richard Riley. Senior Assembly Member Jean Rios. Senior Assembly Member Lauren Rolfe. Senior Assembly Member Julia Rosenberg. Senior Assembly Member Kenneth Bryan. Senior Assembly Member Herbert Schwartz. Senior Assembly Member Arthur Sarin. Senior Assembly Member Richard Shantz. Senior Assembly Member David Segrist. Senior Assembly Member Terry Sonnefeld. Senior Assembly Member Dorothy Sorensen. Senior Assembly Member Margaret Soma. Senior Assembly Member Judith Stout. Senior Assembly Member Billy Taylor.
Here.
Senior Assembly Member Evelyn Tom.
Here.
Senior Assembly Member George Tucker. Here. Senior Assembly Member Martin Tucker. Senior Assembly Member Elizabeth Warren. Here. Senior Assembly Member Bernard Weintraub. Senior Assembly Member Bernard Weintraub. Here. Senior Assembly Member Denny Weisgerber. Senior Assembly Marnell White. Here. Senior Assembly Member Sally Wick. Senior Assembly Member Patricia Wilson. Here. Senior Assembly Member Richard Wolf. Senior Senator Jack Anderson. Senior Assembly Member Joseph Cox. I'm sorry, Senior Senator Joseph Cox. Senior Senator Connolly Eaton. Senior Senator D. Ehrman. Senior Senator Clifford Irvin. Senior Senator Marion Fossman. Senior Senator Mattie Fagan Perry. Senior Senator Nina Fraser. Senior Senator Erwin Fromm. Senior Senator Lawrence Hartman. Senior Senator Bernice Hothershaw. Senior Senator Robert Jaffe. Senior Senator Patricia Jones. Senior Senator Joanna Conselby. Senior Senator J.D. Lydecker. Senior Senator James Levy. Senior Senator Lenwood Long. Senior Senator Richard Lundeen. Senior Senator Ann Mack. Senior Senator Horace Mann. Senior Senator Kathleen Messler. Senior Senator Sandra Miller. Senior Senator Betty Mulholland. Senior Senator Ramiro Munoz. Senior Senator Joseph Murphy. Senior Senator Albert Newton. Senior Senator Timothy O'Keefe. Senior Senator Craig Jones. Orange, I'm sorry. Senior Senator Lynn Pankhurst. Senior Senator Mickey Peabody. Senior Senator John Sorensen. Senior Senator Bruce Steer. Senior Senator Susan Thompson. Senior Senator Carla Truding. Senior Senator Vernon Eicher. Okay, maybe I'm pronouncing it wrong. Senior Senator Vernon Ecker. Senior Senator Bud Winslow. Senior Senator Ed Woods. And Senior Senator Ed Lola Young is here. And I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, but we are still waiting for our priority results. And it is 1:45, so the people that have 3 o'clock flights ought to be on their way. Yes.
Larry Hartman, PSA 18. I remember when it was days before we got the results. I don't think there's any big emergency today. This is putting us into nighttime driving. I won't get home till 9 o'clock tonight. Why couldn't we get out at noon like a lot of organizations do? Because we don't have any serious business to do this afternoon.
I have called the roll, and that's what we're going to be determining. I have no paperwork, so there's nothing I can do. I cannot even introduce the new JRC and new ledge because I do not have the results of that election.
It's only you don't have the result?
Well, next year, I'm concerned. There's no big business going on.
Madam Chairman, Assistant Madam Chairman, is there a chairman in the House? Would anyone like to be the chairman? We'll have a vote. We need a lady. Yeah. Gargoyle, yes. I'm the gargoyle. Madam Chairman.
Yes.
Since the results will not change because we're not in the state of Louisiana between now and tomorrow, maybe you could just alert us later.
Well, no. Email.
By email, carrier pigeon, Mayflower.
What I will go downstairs and because I would very much like to have the body know who and see who the new JRC and new legislator.
Then may I suggest you go find out for yourself.
Madam Chair.
I can tell you the results of. You will not know who the primary is and who the alternate is until I get the results.
Madam Chair, may I be recognized?
Yes, this gentleman. Okay, Jim.
There's a point of information. Until you have the members who are the primary and secondary named, you cannot hold the following meetings, which have to take place this afternoon, to elect officers of the Legislative Committee and officers of the JRC Committee. So you have to wait to get those results.
Should be me.
Well, I don't know.
Madam Chair.
I'm sorry.
I'm ahead of.
Yes, thank you. Just a point of information. I have a taxi at 3 o'clock going to the airport. Anybody who would like to ride with me, please see me. Also, for those of you that care to travel south to Huntington Beach, we are having the Senior Olympic Surfing Championships on the 31st. So those of you who are or former surfers, come on down to Huntington Beach. Thank you.
The gentleman in the back has been standing for a long time.
It's about these forms, the authorization to use a private vehicle, and this other one for pay data records.
Sir, you need to speak into your mic because I cannot hear you up here at all.
Okay. The payee data record and the authorization to use private vehicles, are we going to collect them here or mail them in?
Oh, ladies, you're talking about the state forms that ask for your Social Security? That form needs to be turned in before you can get reimbursed. So you have a choice. You can turn them in today, or you can turn them in at the same time you turn in your request, your travel expense request. You will not get paid unless that form is on file in the office. So be sure if you don't turn them in today that you turn them in with your travel expense claim.
Madam Chair, Senior Assembly Member Fran Givens wants to know if you need a runner to go get the results.
I would appreciate it very much if somebody would at least go down to...
I will go.
Yeah. Would somebody, one of the volunteers, go down and tell Brenda that I need the results? We got 2 volunteers back there. Tell Brenda I need the results of the JRC and Ledge elections. Alice?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I've been waiting here patiently for my turn. I would like to suggest for next year, probably some other volunteers to do the, who would be on the Ledge Committee, who would be on JRC Committee. So lighten up the load for Bill to do, because right now he's doing 2 things, and he only had the lunch time to do it. So I highly recommend next year, please consider that, have another 2 or 3 volunteers to tally that.
Right. I agree with you. There's a gentleman with his microphone up. It's been up for a long time. Did you want to speak?
Yes, Terry Sonnefeld. I see no reason why, since adjournment is scheduled at 2 o'clock, that we could not adjourn at 2 o'clock with the results to be delayed. Because that's what the agenda is. Adjourning, and those who wish to stay and get that information can stay, but I don't see any reason why we have to have that announcement.
And whether I adjourn or not, there are going
to be some leaving anyhow.
Some of you have planes to catch, and this is scheduled to the end at 2 o'clock. At 2 o'clock, if you do not wish to stay, you may leave. Unless you're a nominee for the legislature.
Madam Chair, I know that we're trying to be legal and go by the law, but I'm sure that the regular state legislatures have instances of extenuating circumstances. And I think we are now involved in extenuating circumstances, and there must be some legal outlet for us to leave at 2 o'clock without...
It is 5 minutes to 2. Our schedule says 2 o'clock the meeting will be done. Those of you that wish to leave at 2 o'clock, fine. Ladies and gentlemen, the people that we have been waiting for are here.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Your new Joint Rules Committee. Is this on? Your new Joint Rules Committee. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Your new Joint Rules Committee. Julia Rosenberg, Quincy Campbell, Richard Dahlgren, Evelyn Tom, Don McAllister. The other 5 are alternates. Would you come up here?
Can you repeat that again, please?
Julia Rosenberg, Quincy Campbell, Richard Dahlgren, Evelyn Tom, Don McAllister.
What was the last one? No, Richard Dogman is the third one.
Your new Ledge Committee. Alan Hurst, Jane Ann Gottiger, Eleanor Block, Alice Lowe, Richard Shantz. Come on up. Congratulations. Thank you. And now the other results you're waiting for. The top 10 proposals and the top 4 proposals. And let me preface this remark by pointing out there are about 102 of you who signed in at one time or another during the session. Only 90 voted. We had ranking sheets from only 90 of you, and of those, 9 of you failed to follow instructions. There were 9 that we had to discard because the instructions simply weren't followed. You didn't have 1 to 10 and 1 to 4. 2 people have 1 to 5 on the federal. Yes, it was better than it's been in the past. That is true. Sherry's reminding me to say that. It's better than it's been, but we still didn't get, we still have to learn. So given that, the results of the 81 of you who contributed to this are, and I'm reading them in ranked order, SP 20, AP 24, it's SP 6, AP 3, AP 23, AP 20, AP 7, AP 26, AP 2, and SP 7. That's the top 10 in ranked order. SP 20 was number 1. By a fair margin, by the way. AP 24, SP 6, AP 3, AP 23, AP 20, AP 20, I'm sorry, AP 7, AP 26, AP 2, and SP 7. The next 10, the second set of 10 on state proposals are SP 8, AP 25, SP 9, AP 6, AP 12, SP 1, AP 11, AP 14, SP 21, AP 13. I can't, if you're all speaking at the same time, I can't hear you.
Can you please repeat the list?
Slow
a little slower so everyone can write it down. Please.
You want the first list?
No, the second.
All right. The second list. The second 10. SP 8. AP 25. SP 9. AP 6. AP 12. SP 1. AP 11. AP 14. SP 21. AP 13. Now, the top 10 will be reported in the press conference tomorrow morning. And they will also be reported on the website. All are on the website now. We will delete from the website the ones that failed and report out the top 10. We will probably have a copy of the press release out there. For the top 4 federal, AFP 8, AFP 11, SFP 4, and SFP 8.
What was that last one?
Slower.
Again, AFP 8, AFP 11, SFP 4, SFP 8. And the next 4, SFP 1, AFP 5, AFP 1, and SFP 7. The second set of 4 was SFP 1, AFP 5, AFP 1, SFP 7. And point out that in the 2 hours or so that we were gone, we entered about 900 data points to get this. So we were busy.
Are there any other announcements? Hearing none, the 2009-2010 Legislative Committee meeting will meet in room 126 right after we adjourn. The new Joint Rules Committee will meet in room 126 at 2:15, which will be shortly after the Legislative Committee. Please consider the 29th annual legislative session of the CSL adjourned.